I'm Kal.
And I'm Stam, and this is the K.A.S.T, Kal and Stam Talks.
And I'm the voice of reason.
Hey, so today we're talking about imposter syndrome. I hope you enjoyed the last episode where we covered self-love, self-worth, self-care. If you haven't seen it, check it out, man. It's a good watch. Let's get into this.
Okay, first things first. What can you tell us about imposter syndrome?
What is imposter syndrome? Good
Yeah.
question. To my understanding, imposter syndrome is when you are in a position or in a room or in in a position, but you're in some type of scenario where you don't feel like you're worthy to be there. You don't feel like you're worthy, like you're maybe everyone there is, or the position you're in is better than you.
Okay.
Maybe like a job.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to let you say your understanding, but just before I forget, it could be even like a relationship. Like maybe in my younger days when I was not in a relationship and I was seeing different women in my
heyday.
Yeah, my heyday.
Yeah.
Some girls, you might think, well, how did I get her? Or
so you say you feel that you was punching, yeah?
Yeah, at a time you might have felt I was punching, but then
All right.
So what about you? What's your?
Well, I feel like imposter syndrome similar to you, but sometimes I start questioning. I think, how am I here? How am I around these people? Do you know what I'm saying? You might feel like a fraud, like you don't deserve to be there, or you might not have worked as hard as the people that say. You might feel like that. So I think that's kind of the back of what you said, to be fair. So yeah.
I got some questions for you, Kal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we say we're a professional podcast? We do our research, and we prepare as well. So my first question for you, Kal, is: have you ever had a moment where you thought, I don't deserve this?
Yeah, I do, sometimes.
Can you give
to
us
be
an
fair,
example, a time when it's happened?
Within like the within my career, sometimes I felt like that. I've had jobs where it's a bit crazy. I've met people, and obviously I didn't go university, but I've met people and they've gone university and they've like, not that they might have went university for the specific job, but they got, I don't know, a 2 to 1 degree or something like that. So I see them as, I see people as going university like somewhat smart or intelligent, whereas I didn't do none of that. But we're in the same position. So sometimes I might be talking to them and they're talking about, they're paying back their uni loan. So that even makes me think like, you proper studied and went hard to get into a good position like this. And then I've just come along. Obviously, I've done an apprenticeship, but we're in the same industry and we're doing the same thing. So sometimes I feel like I don't really feel like I've worked this hard to get here compared to them going uni and doing all the lectures and all that. I don't know what they do in uni, but I kind of felt like that.
That's a good one. Well, for me, like I said, there's been maybe in the past like females, especially if you followed us. In the last episode, we spoke about self-worth and self-esteem, and I used to believe I was ugly. I didn't have no confidence in the way I looked. And then I touched on kiss chase in primary school. I never used to get no love in kiss chase. So when I did eventually start getting girls, it's like, and you know what, for a long while, there might have been girls that I liked, but I wouldn't go for the ones I liked. I'd punch a bit lower. Do you get what I'm saying? I would like settle for less. Like, not disrespecting any female, but just in my eyes, I won't have confidence to go for certain types of girls. So I think that's that's my answer to the question. Question number 2: What situations trigger imposter syndrome for you the most?
What situations would trigger it?
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know, just talking to other people and like finding out their route that they did to get whatever they've done, that where they are, innit? Sometimes like it's like, I don't know, when it seems like someone's put in more work than me and got there. Do you get what I'm saying? And I feel like I ain't putting that much work, but I'm there. If you get what I'm saying. So that's kind of triggering because it makes me think, oh, like maybe I am a fraud. How am I here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But is it like what you mentioned work, and it sounds like that answer sounds like you kind of alluding to work.
Yeah.
What about is there anything else like
imposter syndrome?
Something that would trigger it regularly, like besides work? Like I don't know, it could just be a simple thing, like I don't know.
To be fair, I don't really feel that I suffer from it as much as I used to before, because now I'm grateful for where I am and I'm able to just celebrate my small wins, innit? Because it's all about celebrating. And also, I think what did make me trigger it was perfectionism, because I used to try and be a perfectionist, so I always wanted everything to be perfect. And now it's like in my head, nothing can be perfect. It can never be perfect. You can, as long as you put in as much work as you can and you've achieved whatever you've achieved, then obviously I'm good with that. But before I used to be like, no, it has to be 100%. So now I kind of took a step back and realized that the reality that nobody's perfect at the end of the day.
You know what? When we were planning this podcast, it was like that. I think we started the group chat and we was throwing all our ideas in there.
Yeah.
And I went into overdrive. And shout out the voice of reason, E. He had to just kept having to he basically kept saying, you're overthinking.
Yeah, I remember that with you.
I was going mad. And then when it was leading up to the first episode, I wrote one big long flipping structure, I was going crazy, and basically perfectionism. And the first episode, it was it was a bit of imposter syndrome, and then after I just faded. I look forward to coming here because I know I got this. Do you get what I'm saying? So
I got a question for you, Stam. Is imposter syndrome more about self-doubt or about not trusting success itself?
Ask again. Sorry, I need to really think about the question.
I'll say it slowly for you. Is imposter syndrome more about self-doubt or about not trusting success itself?
It's closer to self-doubt.
Okay.
Trusting success. Yeah, there is an element of... There is an element of not believing you're going to... Or not even fathoming the success. Sometimes success seems so far off and so out of reach, out of touch. But I think it's more to do with it's more of a personal thing. It all stems from, I think, a lack of understanding. A lot of people don't understand who they are. A lot of people don't know who they are. A lot of people don't know how great they are. A lot of people don't. They might be aware of maybe they've got this skill or that talent. Like I said in the last episode, I used to look down on myself for years. I didn't realize who I was, and now I understand who I am. And I think that understanding, that's the beginning. I think that's the beginning of overcoming these types of things. It's like the foundation to a lot of things. Understanding who you are.
Quite a big point there, which we're overlooking, and we've probably not touched on it throughout. A few of the episodes. I was reading our analytics, and it shows that we've got viewers as our audience is as young as 16.
Wow.
So our range
up to them.
Yeah, our range is from mid-teens to 40s plus. The point I was going to make is the age we are now. Even still, there's still self-doubt at times.
Yeah. Wow.
There's still points where we don't necessarily know ourselves fully. So as a teenager, as a young man, a young woman, going into your 20s, even going into your 30s, there's still time to understand yourself and your identity and who you are and what you are able to achieve. Do you know what I mean? So try not to be too hard on yourself.
That's the message. That's a message for our younger audience, And even I see celebrities saying, certain celebrities, maybe musicians, they say just before they go on stage, they still get nerves and anxiety.
Because they're human.
There's world-class pop stars and superstars
Yeah.
You know, world-class people, and they still encounter it. So yeah, man,
Yeah,
it's normal, I think.
I think it's a bit of both. I feel that some of it is self-doubt because obviously, basically you're doubting yourself, but also it's about trusting. Could you say trusting the success? Could it be like trusting the process for another one as well, or would it be a bit different?
Success is usually the end goal.
The end goal.
The outcome.
Not
So
the journey.
basically, just going off of what you said yesterday about not being able to leave the house and stuff like that, you trusted the success. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So obviously, I feel that it's just a bit of both. Like it is self-doubt, and it's like it's the journey that it may take, the time that's what might put people off. Do you get what I'm saying? So I'd say it's just both, really.
Where do you think that self-doubt stems from?
Self-doubt, I feel it stemmed from anxiety. It can anxiety, just growing up. It might be even like down to parenting. That your parents might be too hard on you. They might be all for education and stuff like that. So it can stem from anything, even friendship groups, or just it could be. Yeah, a lot of it's anxiety. I feel like, to be fair.
Try and elaborate more on the friendship group side of things.
So friendship groups,
just for our viewers and stuff, they're going through this as well.
Yeah. So imposter syndrome. How does it work on friendship groups? My mind's gone blank. Imposter syndrome.
What do you mean? Like maybe if your circle is doing better than you, but you perceive them to be doing better than you, or
yeah, like high achiever. If you're around
so if you're around like high achievers, then it's like, and you might not be the highest achiever or whatever, then you might feel like you shouldn't, like you might not always be achieving all the time, where they might always be hitting their goals, but you're not always hitting them, so you might feel like, I'm not a fraud or whatever. Or you might, like when I say that people putting in more effort than you, say you might, some people are good at stuff, some people are just naturally talented, but it might not take them as much effort to be as, do you get what I'm saying? Like some footballers are, some people are sick at football, but they might not train as much as other people. So they might just feel like, he's training like 5 days a week and I'm only turning up to training twice and I'm better than him. So even not you're better than him, but you feel like, I shouldn't be here because I'm not even putting in as much work. Do you get what I'm saying on that?
What do you mean? You shouldn't be here because you're not putting in as much work because you've got the talent.
Yeah, so you're talented, so you're just naturally good, but you're not.
So the good player, the person who's sick at football, for example, they're having
imposter syndrome.
By seeing someone else's effort levels.
Yeah.
The work.
Oh, when you say that, then I relate to that. I relate to certain scenarios where, I just think, I should be.
And a lot of stuff can be luck. A lot of stuff can be luck.
Yeah.
For example.
Timing, innit?
Yeah.
Question 2, Kal.
Question 2. It's a good question. I've got a question for you, Stam. Do you think high achievers suffer from it more than others?
Maybe that's why they're high achievers, because they suffer it so badly, they push themselves more than the average person. And to the outsider, it may look like, they're hitting all their targets and they're winning, but to the actual high achiever, he's just playing catch up, or he's just doing not as good as he can do. So he's just pushing. If that makes any sense.
He's not hitting his full potential.
Yeah, but
you only see.
to the maybe to the masses, he seems like a high achiever. Am I making sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's my answer. I think. Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think, Kal?
And what do you think?
So what's the question again?
Do you think high achievers suffer from it more than others? Imposter syndrome.
It depends what they're achieving, to be fair. I think that obviously I wouldn't say low achievers. I think everyone just suffers from it in all different ways, shapes and forms. Because if you got anxiety, you're just gonna suffer from it, I feel, anyway. Like, it could be in the workplace, you might not be, it could be any job. But you might feel that, I don't know, this person gets more sales than me so I feel that if I don't know, commission only, for example, real estate or something like that, someone might get more commission than you because they do whatever. So I feel that it's not just high achievers. I think it's just anyone, really. That's just me personally, just looking at it like that.
Yeah, no, I feel you. There's something what I wanted to touch on. So basically, what do you think the cause of imposter syndrome is?
What do you think the cause?
Yeah.
We kind of touched on that already, though.
I think a big one. Yeah, right. I think a big one that when I was looking today, is I think it might be rapid achievement or something like that.
Yeah.
Where it's like, for example, say I'm not a rapper or an artist, as Stam would say. I choose to go studio after this.
Yeah.
No.
You're a producer though.
Yeah. So for example,
producer,
say I don't know, I'd go home and I make a beat, and I don't know, one of the biggest rappers or whatever, maybe from America, maybe from the UK, jumps on my beat.
Just say Drake, man. I know you wanted to say Drake.
Nah, just anyone.
Kal, what's your producer name quickly though?
Kal.
Just Kal?
Yeah.
I said it was KXL before.
Yeah, because I don't want people to know it was, innit?
Yeah,
so obviously the X was an A, but yeah, anyway.
So
say I make a beat today and then I send it on. I send it on to whoever and Drake uses it.
Yeah.
And then it blows up. I may get imposter syndrome on that because it's like
you've got to replicate that again.
Yeah, because it's like on top of that, it's like, well, all these guys that's making beats every day, I've just chose to just randomly go and do something and send it out and it's blown up. So it's like, for example, I wouldn't say one hit wonder, but it's just blown up. And it's like, you look around and think these guys have got hundreds of beats on YouTube and Drake's never used their beat. And then on top of the flip side of it, I go home and do the same thing again and no one uses the beat. So it's like imposter syndrome. Because it's like, you're not, it's not the same thing.
Yeah.
So I think that's a good example of like rapid achievement.
I can't help but feel your directive because you sent me a couple beats that I ain't used that I ain't used yet. But I've used a couple of your beats. But that's
part of the game, innit?
Yeah.
Obviously, if you're not feeling it, you're not.
No,
it's not going to be for everyone. No, but it's not for everyone.
Even go back into it.
It's not personal. I ain't got imposter syndrome over that. Not worry.
Yeah, but yeah, I think I kind of answered that already. I think it was like my answer was not understanding who you are.
So it's probably more the subcategories I'm aiming towards. So perfectionism we touched on,
yeah.
But connected to perfectionism, do you feel like setting impossible standards?
Yeah.
Like your goals, your aspirations, your vision may be unrealistic at times. Not to say it's not possible, but it may be unrealistic for where you're at, and then setting that as a goal and not achieving it or constantly failing in your eyes could obviously fuel that even more.
No, man. I think if that was the case, it would just make me just disappointed. But I don't think it would feel imposter syndrome per se.
But do you think you can have imposter syndrome without knowing you've got imposter syndrome? You might think you're disappointed, but it could actually be imposter syndrome.
Nah, that's just a separate thing, I think. But no, to answer the question, no, I don't think so.
I was going to say what you just said, Kal. You know, with regards to making a beat, just throwing it out there and it's sticking to a rapper and it blowing up, or a musician, would you put that down to consistency?
Consistency?
Yeah.
No, because I've just done. If I'm consistently doing it, then I wouldn't feel the imposter syndrome because I've actually been doing it. But you see, like when you just do it and it just blows up for some reason, it's like, then I start kind of feeling like a fraud because it's like, and then especially if I do it again and it don't go where it went, then it's like, well, maybe it was just like a fluke. Do you get what I'm saying? What? That's the imposter syndrome. But then obviously on the flip side of it, how I'd look at it is it's life. Like I said, not everything is always gonna hit 100.
Of course.
So that's a message for people. Like just because it worked one time, it might not work the second time, but you have to keep going because. Consistency.
That's what I'm talking about. So that's what I was trying to tag it to.
Okay, yeah.
You may do it once, it may work,
like,
and you try it again and it doesn't work.
Prime example
but
with
you gotta keep going. If that's your passion, you gotta keep going. The same as this.
Prime example is our TikTok that we was talking about today. Like we've been posting and we've been getting decent views, and then one video went and just. But if the other videos didn't get as much, but it's like we ain't gonna be like, oh no.
Yeah, no, you
just gotta keep going.
Keep going, man. Stick to the program.
How do you feel social media feeds into feeling like you're not good enough, Kal?
That's a good question. So I feel that social media feeds into it because you see a lot of different posts on social media, and there's a lot of comparisons, and there's sometimes I see posts about, oh, you shouldn't sleep for this long, or you should be up at 7 and to become successful, and all these things, all of them stuff. And I get it. It works for some, but sometimes it don't work for others. So it's like, you might watch it and you see a successful person be like, I don't sleep. You know what I'm saying? Wake up.
You ain't got time to sleep.
You get what I'm saying? The market's been open at 8 and that, and you think, oh my gosh, the market's open now. I need to get this money. But it's like, it don't work for everyone, innit? So that's where people start thinking, I need to be up at this time. If I'm not up at this time, I'm not going to be able to be successful. So you, like I said before, I don't think I've said it on here, but it's like, when you watch something so much, you start believing it. Yeah. Especially when you're indulging in stuff. So that's why I feel like it can make you feel like you know some of the posts say, then I wouldn't say they're negative. Some of them are motivational, but it's the way how they're worded can make some, because people look at things differently.
It can kind of it's not what it's saying, it's what it's not saying. It can kind of put you down.
Yeah, so that's why I feel like
if you're not doing what that post says, you feel you might.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of successful people that be like, I woke up at 10 today. Yeah. Oh, I rolled out of bed at 1. Gosh. It all depends what your profession is or whatever you're doing.
Yeah, well, there's a saying, every man does his thing a little way different. Like, puss and dog ain't got the same luck. Okay. And also, just all that sort of success stuff, all that advice online. The truth is, I sincerely believe, every successful person or wealthy person or whatever it is you're trying to achieve, I believe they all have a secret. Not like in no dark, shady way, and not even in a way that even if they gave you advice, they're keeping something from you. There's going to be a part of that journey that won't make sense to you. It's not I don't think it's ever ABC for anyone. There's always a mysterious part of every successful person's journey. So even if you're taking their advice and following step by step, it ain't gonna work like that for you. You gotta find your own way. So
that's why I feel that social media is like that. That's why I look at the motivational quotes, but I take them lightly, because my life is my life, and I might not be able to get up at 8. I might have did a night shift or something. You know what I'm saying? The market's open.
So it's basically about trying to just be proud of yourself for what you do and how you do it.
Do what works for you.
Amen.
That's it.
I like that one. But I think with the social media, where it nearly got me, let's say I'll put a reel out of me talking about just speaking my thoughts, and it does really well. And then I think, all right, cool, that done well. People like that. So let me try and make more of stuff that people like.
Yeah. No, go on.
Yeah. And then maybe I'll do another one, and then it doesn't do as good. Yeah. We kind of said this, but that's where I experienced that.
Big one on social media as well for the people is when they talk about should have been married by 30. That one, everyone's like, oh, you should be married by 30 and this and that, or you should have a house by then. No, you get a house when you can afford to get a house. You married when there ain't no set age or when you should have a baby, or that's what I see a lot on social media, and I feel that that's, I wouldn't say it's nonsense, but it's like that's someone else's timeline. Yeah. That's not yours.
Society norm status.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I mean, do you think there's anything wrong with expecting your life to fall into a certain place by a certain time?
No, you can.
Is that unrealistic?
It's not unrealistic.
Because you asked us about setting unrealistic goals and stuff. Do you think
when it
maybe
happens,
wanting to have a baby by 30 or have a mortgage by 30 or...
Do you want me to give you an example?
Go on.
That's a personal one, but I'm happy to talk about it. In life, you can set goals as much as you want to set goals. If certain things are out of your power or out of your control, it's inevitable that if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it don't.
Okay.
For example, you think you're going to find the correct career in life. You go down that route of building your career, earning more money, whatever the case may be, having a good friend group, being in a relationship, buying a house, trying for children. You attempt to try for children, then you have complications.
Oh, wow.
You put all of the pieces in place, all of the pieces of the puzzle fall into place, and the one thing you're working towards, because you want to structure it in a certain way, and it's supposed to happen like that, it doesn't happen like that.
So that one thing, that one last piece to the puzzle, you do everything,
exactly.
But you just haven't got the power to make it happen.
Yeah, it's out of your control. It's nature.
Wow.
Yeah.
So due to that, sometimes it can send people the wrong way. Sometimes people spiral out of control. Some people can get past it. Sometimes it leads to breakups. Like all different things happen within that scenario. Yeah, but it's not necessarily children. It could be you wanted to buy a house, and then you've never lived with that person before. So and you move in together, and you think everything's totally hunky dory up until that point. Then it goes left.
Yeah.
All right. So let me just ask you, E, what did you don't even have to go into detail, but it's obviously something that you've probably come close to experience, or someone close to you's experience. What did you or that person do to like overcome and come out of that? Because that's we want to like. Because someone might be going that what you just explained, there might be people going through that. So what could you say for some advice or?
It's emotion and logic. So if you apply logic to it, in terms of your mindset, that's the most powerful thing you can control. You understanding the scenario, you doing your research. Let's say, for example, 1 in 3 women have a miscarriage.
Yeah. Oh,
that's quite
so
a high
that makes
ratio.
it a bit more
you understand that
digestible, but you can digest your situation a bit better.
Thing, yeah.
Right.
So therefore, you understanding what's actually happened.
Yeah.
Who else has gone through it?
Yeah.
And basically breaking everything down will make you. Well, it allowed me to move forward. Okay. But also therapy as well. Therapy is a big one.
Yeah.
Because other people have gone through this experience. You're not the first person or the last person to go through this situation. So therefore, it's about listening to other people or speaking to other people and being open about the scenario.
So in summary, to basically get a better perspective, if you're in a dark place or a bad place with a similar situation to what he just said, it's about gaining a better perspective, like
for sure,
like with the logic and the facts and the figures. And
not everything happens how you expect it to happen.
100%.
So if you apply too much pressure on that, and your version of perfection, i.e., you're gonna have a job, get the house, maybe get the car, have a dog, then try for a baby or whatever the case may be. Yeah. Or you may want to live abroad, or you may want to whatever it is in life, whatever your goals are. If it doesn't happen the way you plan for it to happen, it doesn't mean that that's the end of the world. It just means that path or that journey wasn't necessarily for you. Yeah. You have to regather your thoughts. Okay. Reset your goals and then go again.
Yeah, you know that like there's a saying, they say, men make plans and God laughs. Like, we can plan as much as we want, but there's only so much of it we can control. There's a point where you have to let go and let God, or whatever you believe in. But
so that's what. So
cool, man.
Yeah, going with the timelines.
Yeah, and
why do you think people talk about it enough? Like a lot, like imposter syndrome. Do you think it's
no,
common
no
thing
way.
No, because our society, as just on a larger scale, because we're all human and we're all living in similar environments, so we all probably experience it. Yeah, we're living in similar conditions that may produce these feelings and this thing called imposter syndrome. Yeah, it's riddled with it, and on a smaller scale, our culture, as in British urban culture, social media culture, like you said, the workplace. Yeah. Like I said, with relationships, it's in every facet of life. Yeah. Every facet of life. Because look, we're wired to try and achieve things. We, like from the first episode, we spoke on our dopamine. The reward system. We've obviously got a reward system that rewards you when you achieve, when you know. So we're essentially designed to achieve and get tasks done. So
I feel that we don't talk on it enough, because the opposite of what we're doing now is being open and honest and masking. I feel that I wouldn't really. To talk about that and say, I don't really feel that I deserve to be here, might make people start thinking, right, is he? Why is he here? Do you get what I'm saying? For example,
course, 100%.
Or is he really a fraud? Because if I start saying, do you know what, I don't feel like I even deserve to be here, then it's going to make people start thinking, why is he saying that then? Do you get what I'm saying? So I feel that it takes a lot to open up and talk about these certain things. Remember, no one really, especially as men, we don't talk anyway. So why are we going to start saying, I don't feel like I should be here? on that. Basically, that's
someone just was it you or he just said some people might not be aware of it.
yeah, might not be aware of it. Like there's times, you know, like when we was talking and I was saying about, oh, I don't I just felt like I weren't enough. That could have been imposter syndrome for the simple fact. Whereas now I'm like, you know what, you've achieved that. No, well done, Kal. You're doing well. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to not be a perfectionist in certain situations now. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff that go on within us that we're totally unaware of.
Yeah.
Because when I saw imposter syndrome, I started reading, oh, perfectionism. That's me. Whereas before that, if someone said imposter syndrome, I'm like, what the hell is imposter syndrome?
Yeah.
So yeah,
it's awareness, isn't it? It's raising awareness in all.
Yeah, awareness. The awareness, that's the cure, I think. That's awareness. I think that's the beginning of combating it.
Yeah, I got a question.
Firstly, becoming aware. Yeah, go ahead, Kal.
Can imposter syndrome ever be useful, like pushing someone to improve?
Of course, yes. Imposter syndrome, and a little bit of low self-esteem kind of was my drive at an earlier phase in my life. It drove me. It was my driving force. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
And it helped me to achieve a lot.
Okay. Yeah.
So to speak.
Okay. Yeah, I get that, because you know what it is. Yeah. With in regards back to career, because obviously I talk about it a lot. When I applied for whatever I do now, you had to do loads of tests and all this and whatnot. And it was like, I used to look at it as like a really high, like someone that does that they're sick, like they're smart, they're got a lot of attention and that. Yeah. And I used to practice so much. Like I'd practice in the morning for the tests, and I'd practice before I went bed. Yeah. And I'd also pray and fast too. Yeah. So I felt like I would put in that extra work, because I'm like, this is a big thing to me. So it's like I didn't want to feel like I really just got it off the back of it, like by luck or anything. I really went to work for it.
So a part of you wanted to, even if you could have, one part of your mind could know that you could pass it without doing so much practice. You wanted to wanted
to just certify, because I was a perfectionism, so I wanted to get it right. Like, I wanted to get 100%. Like that's when I was a perfectionism, and God forbid if I wouldn't have got it, because I put in so much work. I would have just probably spiraled, innit? Like, I can't lie, I would have probably just got depressed or something. I would have been like, all this and whatnot. So basically.
You know what? And quickly back to the social media thing. Like, I'm seeing a lot of advice about music artists and how they should market their music, because the music industry's changed, and I'm seeing like a lot of people have to do content, do reels, and everyone's wearing the TikTok era. Everyone's trying to go viral on TikTok. But I speak to some of my musician friends, and some of them are like, they're getting disheartened because they're doing all sorts of types of videos, all types of content, and some of it ain't sticking.
But that's
so it's starting to play with their emotions and their confidence, and
that's why when I say do what works for you, innit, because there's people out there that don't do.
That's the thing, they're trying to find what works for them, and nothing's working for them.
Yeah.
You know,
it might be working for them though.
Maybe the goal set too high. Maybe it's unrealistic. Maybe what they're might be unrealistic.
Not everyone can be a superstar, you know. Not everyone can be.
If you're aiming for the stars, and you land on the clouds, like you don't reach the orbit of Earth. You're in the sky. You're up.
Yeah, that's
you'll
true.
still achieve something.
Yeah,
you're still doing
that's
something.
why
you're still in conversation about being.
That ties in with like kind of like perfectionism or expected. You set the standard is very high. The goal is very high, but that's why you need to sit down sometimes, and what I always say, self-reflect and look at how far you've come. Would the old you be proud of the new you?
I think, do you know what? I think perfectionism it holds us back a lot. Like, it keeps us stuck in our tracks. You want something so bad to be a certain way, you won't progress from that point. You'll keep retrying that same thing over and over again.
So you know what? Big up to you, E, because if we didn't have you to say you're overthinking it, we won't have this today. So this is a prime example of what you can do when you don't overthink, when you don't try and make everything perfect.
Yeah, and
It's
also
it's simplifying things though, because we kept it simple. We didn't try and overdo things or say we was gonna have, I don't know, 10,000 followers by X date, or do
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like there's certain things that are out of our control. If we reach that, we celebrate that.
yeah,
But at the same time, the purpose isn't about how many followers we have
yeah.
or how many views.
The
we
message
get on
that
a
we're
reel.
getting out.
Yeah,
people.
or how many
it's
likes
the
we get, or
message-
how
it's
many
the
comments
message.
we get.
Yeah.
The fact that people are engaging
Yeah.
is is a good thing.
Yeah.
We're doing something.
Even if
positive.
I help one person, that's enough because I've
Yeah.
helped. It's,
But setting a good enough goal
yeah,
is better than setting like an unrealistic goal that
yeah,
you can't reach.
Okay, I like that. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I like that. Say that again, E, for the people.
Setting a good enough goal is better than setting an unrealistic goal that you can't reach.
I
Yeah.
like that, man.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
And then
better
it's
to-
about celebrating that when you do reach and achieve that goal. Like us starting this, for example, was a goal.
Yeah.
We done it. We celebrated it.
Yeah,
When I
And-
grabbed the Nando's.
And
You know
then
what
look, season 1's going to be roughly about 10 episodes.
Yeah.
We're more than halfway through. We're almost,
I mean? We're more than half. This is episode 6.
yeah, so
Yeah.
big up to us. So, yeah,
So the wheels are turning, but it's consistency.
yeah,
okay.
It's not. It's knowing that you
Small,
want-
achievable goals.
Yeah.
One
Every
foot in front
episode
of the
is a win
other.
for us.
Yeah.
So that's what we got to remember. The small things make it count.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
and that's-
everything else that comes is a bonus. The recognition, the sponsors eventually, the money if money comes from it. Like
Yeah.
all of that's all glory, but
Yeah.
that's not what we started for. Do you
No,
know what I mean?
Definitely not, yeah.
Like it's passion driven.
well,
There's
you,
purpose
you
behind
said
it.
different the other day, and you did say
me?
different the other day.
No, bro. What when I said if I get some money from this, I might. But that's later down the line, bro. That's
still,
just,
yeah, no, I'm joking. Alright, cool. Do you
just being honest, bro.
nah, for real.
I think we can touch on some points where people can learn from this, and they can understand where they can check themselves just to make sure they're on track.
Okay.
Like, what are some things you suggest?
I think I mentioned it before, but it's just take time and just look at yourself 5 years ago to compare to where you are now, and look at what you've achieved, even if it's the small things, the job you got, the relationship, even if your relationship has become more better or whatever, even if you've started cancelling or you're planning to start cancelling in the future, or if you booked cancelling in, just like
Do it and don't cancel it.
yeah, just do it. Listen, just go through with it. Even if it seems long or if it seems strenuous, just keep doing it, and just just take on your small wins and your small goals.
I think my advice for anyone experiencing imposter syndrome, you know, like if you're in an environment with people that you know you're looking up to, or you're crossing paths with people that you look up to, just know that there's something in you. That greatness you see in them is also in you. That's the reason why you're crossing paths with them. It's like laws of attraction. You, whatever's in you, you attract. So if you do find yourself with people that inspire you, you don't have to feel intimidated or less than. It's kind of like a part of them is mirroring back at you. That greatness that you see in them is mirroring back at you.
Yeah.
It's just for you to recognize it, you know?
Yeah. Also, trust the timing. That's what I always keep saying. Trust the timing. Your time will come.
Yeah.
You just have to be consistent, like everyone.
Yeah.
And yeah, just be truthful to yourself.
How you feel culture and upbringing affects imposter syndrome, or has an attachment to it in some way, shape or form.
Culture and upbringing.
Yeah.
So for me, the way culture and upbringing affect this topic called imposter syndrome, I would start from my earliest memory, school. My mum was very strict on me in terms of school. Not strict, but she was, push you to do well, listen to the teacher. And when you don't do well, you know, you're made aware of it. And I think other people from similar backgrounds as myself anyone that's watching this that knows me, and you know you've got a similar upbringing, maybe you come from the same area, the same culture, I think I can safely say that when it comes to things like, school, if you're not behaving right and things like that, being disciplined for maybe not doing good at school, I think that can maybe that can start triggering imposter syndrome. You know, because you start thinking, maybe why not good enough? You know what though? That even reminded me. You know, when I used to write really slow. Everyone used to write fast. I could never finish tests. You know, like GCSE. Mm-hmm. For some reason, any type of test, I can't finish it on time. I overthink it. Mm-hmm. I never finish tests. So that used to F with me big time. Mm. Like all my GCSEs, a lot of the tests I didn't finish.
You know what's mad, yeah? I was predicted 0 A to C's, yeah?
Serious?
In GCSEs.
Yeah?
I think I got like 7. But I wasn't mad academic in school, yeah?
Yeah.
Like in secondary. I was wise, smart, and like I had whatever else, but common sense. Mm. But like you say, in a classroom setting, I think my attention was here, there, and everywhere. It wasn't focused on what the objective was. So therefore, if there was a test or we was working on something, I wouldn't be focused on that. Yeah, my mind will be gone. I don't know. I haven't defined what that is or diagnosed what that is, and to be honest, that's irrelevant right now. But I know in that setting, it wasn't for me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
100%. When it comes to test day, I was able to do what I had to do on the test, but maybe because I was more locked in and focused.
Yeah, so you could do out on the test, but the classroom setting.
Yeah, it may have
so the classroom setting, I was alright, but the test, I just had anxiety, and I used to just be trying my everything to finish the test in time. You know, and so that's my answer for culture and upbringing. What do you think, Kal? How can culture and upbringing affect you?
I feel like if like your parents put a lot of stress on you, on like in some cultures, I have some friends, their parents just wanted them to be doctors and stuff like that. True. So it's like, and that's not what they want to be and stuff like that. So I feel like there's been times I feel like I've had imposter syndrome. Like, see, like all of my friends and that, they all do stuff in the industry. Yeah. And sometimes I'll be out with them and I'll be like, why am I here? Like, who am I? Like, I'm just here because I'm the friend. So I'm not, I make beats, but no one really uses them. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like, but they might be rappers or MCs, so they're known. And I'm just there, just tagging along. So I'd feel like, kind of like a fraud, because what am I? I'm just, why am I in this industry place here? That even that might be in studio around people. Yeah. And that would kind of make me feel like, syndrome, like a fraud, innit? Like, cause like who I'm like,
you know why though, bro? You're actually good. Like,
but it's not even that. But it's like just the simple fact I did. But remember, nobody knew who I was.
But Kal, but besides people not knowing who you was, put yourself in my shoes. Yeah. Imagine you're me looking at you. Yeah. I'm looking at you thinking, right, this guy is so sick at producing. Yeah. And then I'm looking at you, thinking like, what am I doing here? Like,
but it was like, no, but remember, obviously, I knew I could make music, but it's like I'm around people with names. They got names. They're verified, and I'm not. I've got 100 followers.
Yeah,
cool.
Like that.
So let me ask you,
yeah.
Do you feel like status has an effect on talent and status? Do you feel like they go hand in hand?
Yeah.
To have an effect on your imposter
syndrome? I'm not gonna start talking on anything really mad, but it's like, I feel that talent and status, because I see some really talented people out there and they don't have half of the status, where the talent might not be so good elsewhere. I feel that in certain things, it's about who you know and who you mingle with. So it's like, like there's people with names, big names, and it's like, it's because who they know, really, innit? That's why they got their foot in the door or whatever. So that's why I used to kind of feel like imposters. I used to feel like a fraud, you know what I'm saying?
But that was bad. Did you make yourself unrecognizable on purpose?
I made myself unrecognizable on purpose because, you know what it is, I was never, remember I used to have low self-esteem. So whenever I used to go to videos, I wasn't in the video. I just didn't want to be seen. I just didn't want people to, I just didn't want, I used to make myself unrecognizable. So yeah.
Therefore, that would have had an effect on your status and people.
Yeah, it was just low
associate that you're
self-esteem. I just didn't want to just be seen in certain things, innit?
We'll touch back on that, but I feel like it was a relevant point. Another thing in terms of upbringing, are you the eldest? In terms of, did you have siblings? Are you the eldest? Are you
so
eldest?
I'm an only child for my mum, so it was just me and my mum.
Same, yeah.
I have like older sisters, but obviously they didn't live in the household. So where it was me, I'll be real, imposter syndrome. I don't know if this is, even till this day, yeah, I don't really like calling people. Like, you see, if I have to call, I don't know, anything, like it could be something to do with housing or something. I just
you mean like the GP, like making up an appointment with the GP.
Anything. Even today, yeah, I was prime example. I was in my car and I wanted food.
Yeah.
And then they were like, yeah, just order it. Just order it. Just order it, innit? And I was like, I rang them, yeah, and I was like, talk. Like, you get what I'm saying? Because it's like, I sometimes I get nervous, and because that's growing up where my mum used to do everything for me. My mum would talk for me. So that's why I feel like I'm very, I have low, because my mum did everything for me. I'd say, yeah, what's it? I'm a mummy's boy, innit? Not so much now, but maybe I am, yeah. Like, I did, like, yeah. Sometimes I'd make make my girl call people, because I just, even when we're ordering food, just talk, you talk to them, and she'll probably think, what's wrong with this guy? But yeah, so I was our only child, same like you.
Yeah.
So that has an effect on your confidence.
Yeah, my confidence.
On your people skills, that have an effect on just your characteristics, your mannerisms.
Yeah.
All of those things there, man. So
yeah,
it's a big thing. Like I'm the eldest.
Yeah.
I've got a brother and a sister.
You got a brother?
Yeah.
Wait. Wait.
This is what I'm saying. I'm doing a podcast. People don't even know.
Yeah, I've got a brother as well.
Older or younger?
Younger. I'm the eldest, isn't it?
Is it?
Oh, I didn't know you had a younger brother.
Yeah, my brother's 25.
So yeah.
So anyway, being the eldest, I definitely felt the pressure.
Okay.
Because, listen, I don't know what was going on in my parents' head, and I love them dearly, but whether I was wanted, whether I was a mistake, you have them,
trial and error.
Yeah, you have them thoughts as a child, innit? You're like, did they really want me? Like,
yeah.
You know, and then the siblings come along and they may, not favoured, but just they may get treated a little different, and then the pressure's on you because you've got to perform. You're the eldest. You know what I mean? Like, you're setting the bar high. So that's been a pressure for me from young. Yeah. Like, I've always had to push the bar further than like what any of my family have done. Do you know what I mean? So it's just constantly pushing and pushing and pushing. Yeah. And just doing so many different things and maybe not executing or being a professional, so to speak.
Because you was focusing on so many things, you couldn't perfection on just one
Jack
thing.
Of all trades, master of none.
Yeah, but do you know the full
didn't have time to master, like, just to hone in on one thing.
Yeah, do you know the full saying of that though?
Jack of all trades, master of none. Is there more to it, yeah?
Yeah.
Enlighten the audience and us.
Please, I need to know that one.
Jack of all trades, I'm going to start using it.
Cool.
Jack of all trades, master of none.
Nah, so we know it as Jack of all trades, master of none, and it ends there, yeah? And that's like a negative connotation to someone who does many things, but they're just not good at one thing, yeah?
Oh, is it saying to do with like the businessman that like has loads of businesses? Or
go on, let him learn.
No.
Anyway,
Jack of all trades, master of none, but oftentimes better than a master of one.
Jeez.
Yeah, because he can do. Run it back. I just want to try.
I think I'll get it, but run it back.
Would it be
Jack of all trades?
Yeah.
Master of none.
Yeah.
But oftentimes better than a master of one.
So basically, put it this way, yeah. So for example, if you're the master of painting, but I'm a jack of all trades, so I can paint. I might not be as good as you as painting, but I can also do carpentry. I can also do plumbing. I can also do all the other stuff. So yeah, so
your skill set is a lot more equipped than one person who's just focused on.
Yeah, so you've got multiple competencies basically.
That's different streams of income. You might charge less. That's what I was basically trying to say before you landed about the different businesses.
So would that be kind of quantity over quality? Kind of. Because obviously the quality of paint you're painting.
It depends on how good you are as a painter. You could still be not as good as that person, but a sick painter.
Or it could just mean you're useful to more people.
Yeah.
You could only be useful to maybe 5 people as the master of one, but the jack of all trades, you might be useful to like 100 people.
Yeah, that's sick. That's sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So being that or having that nature, I've got a lot of transferable skills. But
You
at
don't
the same
perfect,
time, because I've not necessarily perfected a certain field.
That's good though.
No, it's good, but it also leans into the
I think
imposter
you're like-
syndrome, because then I feel like
I think me and you are very similar, you know. Do you feel like you've wasted a lot of time and not like just not, you could have just
honing
took
in
more
on-
time and turn the wheels of the clock back and like really thrown yourself into something that you may not have not
wasted time as such, but I get what you mean. Like we could have put more focus into
something and been something
Yeah,
by now.
we are something now. But
Yeah, we are, but-
the point,
Nah,
the point
man.
is,
Yeah.
I
You
get
look
I get
at
that
it-
all
you
the
look at
time,
the
bro.
positive way. If you look at the positive way, if you did master the other one, you wouldn't be sitting here right now because you'd be doing that. So you're good here.
There you go.
All right,
Yeah,
Our path is our path. For a reason.
exactly.
take that store.
Alright, cool. So that basically touches on obviously like upbringings and whatever else. I think rounding up, like, if you had any more questions for each other,
You know what? I got a question for both of yous.
go on.
Both of us.
Right, because all right, we know, Kal, you've revealed that you produce good music. I need you to big up your chest and tell us something that you feel imposter syndrome about. But like you said you're a jack of all trades. What's something that you may feel shy about, not confident about, that you do? Because I know you've directed some really big videos. I'm not going to say what ones, but is there anything that you'd like to tell us?
I don't know, man.
Come
Like,
on,
not-
E,
not
man. Big up
shy.
your chest,
I'm just,
man.
I'm just like,
Humble.
yeah, like I don't really like to gloat too much or.
Yeah.
Well, that's the point of this exercise.
Nah, I hear you.
Yeah,
but
but
we
if
got
he's
a-
humble,
it's an
it's going to
uncomfortable-
remain
that's
humble.
a very uncomfortable exercise. But you
Yeah.
grow in your.
Well, I can't force you,
grow
but
you grow outside of your comfort zone, innit?
Save
So,
that for
yes.
season 2.
no. But he just said he goes outside of your comfort zone.
Yeah,
so,
grow-
would you
grow
like to
outside
answer
your
that?
comfort zone. I don't know, man. I don't know where to start, honestly.
It's too many.
Yeah.
It's too many.
Yeah,
He's a jack
I
of all
promise you, I
trades.
don't know where to start. I don't know. Graphic design, maybe.
Graphic design, yeah.
So
All right, that's one.
something I've thrown my hat at recently. That
Yeah.
I'm doing quite a few bits with, and it's working.
Awesome.
It's sticking.
Yeah.
So
All right, cool. What about yourself, Kal? Besides, well, you've revealed that you do producing.
Yeah.
You've revealed. Well, you haven't said the job you do. Well, you can keep that personal.
Yeah.
Something else that like
from a
you feel.
creative perspective.
Yeah, maybe creative or skills, or like you might be good at painting, or I don't know.
I'm sick at painting.
Like
what am I
painting
good at?
hauses.
What am I good at?
Are you?
Yeah, I
Do you know
paint
what?
See, that's what. Yeah, look. See when you just said that. Sorry, Kal.
Yeah.
You said that with your chest, E. Yeah, I'm sick at painting.
No, there's
I'm
things-
good
I believe in everything that I do.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's an example of something you wouldn't think of.
All right
No,
then.
I'm not sure. You know, I'm not too sure. It might be the music. It might be.
Yeah.
To be fair, there's a few things, but it's an on the spot one right now.
Yeah.
What would you say yours is?
Obviously, no. Wait. Imposter syndrome. It's still music. I think still. I'm not blowing my own trumpet, but I'm cold. I'm sick at music, but still get imposter syndrome.
Okay.
Music, but no, I think I can have a better answer though. I'm just trying to think.
What do you do outside of music that you're good at? Without focusing too much on something, just like what you're good at making money. You're an entrepreneur.
I'm a
You're an
businessman, entrepreneur. That's
Yeah,
what.
yeah.
Yeah,
I've always heard that about you.
yeah.
So
Always
that's
heard that about you.
definitely something to tip your hat at. And
Entrepreneur. I'm really good at cooking.
swear down.
Oh,
I'm good at cooking.
What are you saying? K.A.S.T cooks.
Kal and Stam.
No, leave that to him.
Yeah,
Leave that to him.
yeah. Cask.
We
Yeah.
might have to do a cooking episode one
Yeah,
time.
we can.
Season 2, we'll do a little
Yeah.
cook up.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Listen, I think the takeaway from this year is whatever you focus on and whatever you feel you're good at, stick to it
Mm-hmm.
100.
and try not to set your goals too out of reach or too unrealistic. Still have them within reach and then build on them. So once you've achieved one, keep pushing forward.
Yeah.
But just celebrate
One
them
foot in
wins.
front of the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take your time, man.
You know what? Similar to what you just said. What personal kind of mindset or mantra or just a way of looking at things. I had to actually take time and recognize when I've made progress. You know, I wouldn't give myself enough credit just for progress. You know, it might just be one day going to the gym.
Like atomic habits, kind of.
Yeah, like you said, 1% every day, but just besides it being every day, but just recognizing when there is progress, when there's any type of progress, I have to like pat myself on the back, and I've just started to try and do that.
Celebrate them small
That's
wins.
what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
small
Celebrate them
wins.
small wins, man.
Progress,
1%.
whatever progress looks like to you, take time, just take a step back, and like identify what progress is to you, and just start counting your wins instead of counting your losses.
Yeah,
Kal?
100%.
Wrap it up for us.
Yeah, all right. Well, I'm Kal,
And I'm Stam.
and this is the K.A.S.T, and we're here with
Voice of reason.
And today we spoke about imposter syndrome. We covered a lot of stuff, some of our personal experiences.
Yeah.
I feel that this was kind of a deep conversation today. We covered a lot. I hope it helps someone, and I hope you keep watching.
Like, share, subscribe, send this to your neighbor, send this to your best friend. Let's run this one up.
All right.